My name is Lopes. I have a very long name actually. I've been in London for 8 years, but my full name Nelson Alexandre da Costa Garrido. Lopes in Portuguese, you say Lopes, not Lopes, but internationally Nelson Lopes because my name is English name. So Nelson Lopes is more easy for the people to pronounce here. Yeah, so I've been living for the last 8 years in England, in London. I wasn't even thinking about competing when I moved there because I started to compete in 2012. Okay, so I moved to London in 2010, and at the beginning, you know, I was training because I've been training for 20 years now. So I was training and everything. So a friend of mine, he asked me, why don't you compete? Lifting weights for 20 years, but I started to swim when I was 6 years old. So, and then I did also judo, I did also boxing, and also more in judo and boxing, but also played soccer, football. I've done basketball, I've done table tennis, I've done many different. I was good for many different sports. For soccer also I was good. I started to have an injury on my knee, from a very early age. So I was around 13, 14 years old when I started having some injuries for the reason that I had a lot of strength for my age. Actually, I started lifting weights when I was 13. My problem was I was doing too many things at the same time. And I loved sports. I was too active. That's the problem. I was a little bit all over. Instead of following one or two, I wanted to do everything at the same time. And you never can be good for everything. So what happened to me is I was having these injuries, and then I did this surgery, which stopped me from becoming kind of professional, keeping going on with football. And also I didn't have a good manager. And on top of that also, this was even before I had having this injury on my knee. I had also another injury where I smashed my head on the floor playing. Yeah, and I lost part of my memory. And when I went to university, actually I was supposed to be a lawyer. Because my father wanted me to steer, I went to law school and then I couldn't finish it because it wasn't my thing. So I also tried to do sports and science, but as I said, I was too busy. It's not that I couldn't do it. I could have done it, but because I was too busy, I was losing control. As I said, I had this really problem about focusing on one thing. This was really a big problem. I also been diagnosticated with hyperactivity.
Okay.
When I used to be a kid. So this is why for me it was so hard to focus on one thing. Doing many things at the same time and never getting the proper focus. But with the time and with the age I started to learn this cannot be. Okay, so and I decided to get more into with training, like lifting weights. I've done my personal training certificates. I became a personal trainer and I was doing mainly lifting weights and boxing as well because I love boxing. Yeah, everybody, you know, I believe in trying many things can be an option, and then you find what you like and you stick to that. You know, you stick to one thing. Like I've done many different things, and I found what I'm good at, and now I'm sticking to that. You know, it was already 2012, so this was 6 years ago. I'm 30. I'm gonna be 34 soon. I was 28, almost 29 when I started bodybuilding. I started bodybuilding as a competitor. So yeah, it was classic. I never desired and never wanted to be extremely big first. Even if I wanted, it wouldn't be easy because of my bone structure and my genetics. I'm not supposed to be a very big guy. I'm a small bone structure, a small waist, and so it's not very easy for me to put on weight. So you also got to find what suits you. It's not because you admire and appreciate open class that you can be open class bodybuilder. You know, I believe that everybody can achieve results, but you gotta find out what suits you better and for yourself. For example, imagine now if I want to be 2 meters high, I cannot. Yeah, because I tried also to do some competitions as a man physique. Well, I was okay, but I wasn't winning. I was placing high, like top 2, top 3, but they said I have too much muscle maturity. So, which is not good for them here in Europe. But that's why I was never achieving what I really wanted to. So, and then when I found out that Classic Physique is on and they are giving IFBB Pro class to the Classic Bodybuilding class, this is when I came back again to the Classic Bodybuilding. So I've done a show in Malta last year. I won the overall. No, actually, I won my class, and at the overall, I finished with the same points as the other guy. So I didn't get my pro card. I was in a Diamond Cup, and then I've done also a show in Brazil, Arnold Classic Brazil, where I got the overall. So this is how I got my Classic Physique pro card. So, what can I say? There's not much to say. So you just get happy, and it's kind of a dream come true for every person that is dreaming about to achieve something like this. You know, it's like maybe some people, they want to become professional in soccer, and when they become professional in soccer and they sign the first professional contract, you know, they get excited, they get happy. This is what happens. It's like the feeling that you have. Well, the next dream is getting, you know, the Olympia stage, and then the next dream will be being competitive for the top places. But if I can get qualified for Mr. Olympia this year is already very good, because I'm still competing underweighted. So
how many points do you have so far?
Good question. I gotta double check it. So yeah, I gotta double check, because I'm not thinking about points. I want to win a show,
okay,
and I don't want to get qualified by points, you know. So that's why I didn't even check. That will be much better next year, because I'm still competing with 5 kilograms less than I'm supposed to. So I'm still light for my class. I could be 78 kilograms last year, and then I can be 86. So it's a very big difference.
Yeah.
When you think about muscle, not about weight. Because for the people that don't know, you know, you can build between something 1-2 kilograms if you are extremely gifted of muscle per year. 1 to 2 kilograms of muscle per year, not of weight. Because one thing is weight, another thing is muscle. People can put on 10 kilograms, but doesn't mean that they put it on 10 kilograms of muscle. Gotta put the size on that I need, and hopefully in a year, hopefully or 2, I believe more in 2 years, I will be competitive for the top places in Olympia, hopefully. You know, top 5, top 6, hopefully. You know, always you get that thing, you know, in your stomach, but I'm okay, because I've always been, you know, fine with public, and I'm easygoing, outgoing. I don't have, you know, this type of problems. I'm always, obviously you get a little bit excited about it. It's not like, yeah, it's nothing, you know, of course it is. You know, you feel a bit excited, but I don't feel extremely nervous. Well, there is many different guys, you know, from old school guys. One of them that I really liked the posing was, well, Arnold, one of them. But Lila Brada was a very good poser.
Frank Zane,
you know. Yeah, Kevin Lavron, actually, that I met and I'm friends with. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like, seeing the guy competing was always top 2 Olympia, and then I'm friends with him. Yeah.
How do you feel about that kind of friendship?
Man, it's good. It's amazing. It's, you know,
Is he easygoing?
Yeah, man, of course he is. Obviously, he's not approachable to everyone, because imagine if you can get approachable to everyone, what else do you do in your life? You know, Brian, I think he's amazing. It's going to be really hard to take him down. He has amazing, perfect, not, I won't say there is no such thing as perfect, but it's very, very good, and he has a very good symmetry and balance. So it's going to be hard to take him down. Even if he's not the biggest in the class or whatever, he's still big enough. It's on the weight, and he has a proportion, balance, and you know, it's going to be hard to take him down. Who is going to take him down? Stage. It's like natural for him, so smiley guy, easygoing as well. I met him. We had a very cool connection as well. We trained together, we had food together. He helped me for posing a little bit as well. You know, it's a really nice guy here. Well, again, we had this chance because we were in Fiji. There was not too many things to do. There was not too many people around, and we got the chance to get along. You know, because I understand that he's a busy person, and also if we'll be in a different situation, maybe it wouldn't be as easy to get close to him.
Which one?
Stiff leg dead.
Yeah.
Get some hamstring hang in there.
Leg.
When we do that side chest, you know, you can see that hang time, even more than him damn self.
Stiff leg and dead. Dead or game over for the other ones, no?
Game over.
Game over. Thanks, champ. Thanks, champ.
You're welcome, bro. We did that. We got that.
Did really fairly. I cannot say that I haven't. My first show, out of 36 athletes in Chicago, I placed 5th in front of a legend, which is Stan McQuaid, and nobody knows me there.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna talk, or if people wanna talk about this, I must say I didn't feel nothing at all. Oh, why haven't you placing? You haven't placed higher? Because probably I still need to put on the size that I need, and they require more stuff from me. People are doing that, they're doing it wrongly. I've seen people with a lot of following and very big names in social media placing not very high as well. So to be honest with you, I think that IFBB Pro League is quite fair, to be honest with you. I believe they are quite fair. As I was saying, I never felt it wasn't fair in my position, because I've been placing really high, all the time. The worst placing that I had was the 5th place in my first show. I'm placing 2nd, I'm placing 4th, always on the top places. So if I didn't win yet, they explained me, no, I gotta put some size on. But maybe if I'm going on one of these shows now, and there is no one with the proportions like me and not as big, or no, it's not bigger than me, so probably I'm gonna take it. So this is how it is. Follow the dreams. First, you gotta be, how can I say, realistic. You gotta look at yourself. You gotta see how many years of training you have, and how is your body shape, and how is your physique. I believe that everybody can have good results, but not everybody can be a winner. So that's why I'm saying that you gotta find out, you gotta be realistic, look at yourself, ask other people's opinion, not your mom, not your dad, because you're gonna be always the best for them. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to no one, but like, you gotta look at yourself, and then you see realistically if it's achievable, okay? So if you look at your body shape and someone tells you and gives advice, yeah, you've got a chance. Or listen, because of your structure and because of your body shape, it's going to be harder, you can be competitive, but maybe for a Mr. Olympia it's going to be a little bit too much, because don't forget that Mr. Olympia is the best physiques in the world. I've got the capacity that most of the people and many of the people they don't have, which is looking at myself in the mirror, so okay, I need this and I need that, this is how it is. So I can criticize myself, So most of the people, they don't, because like I'm saying now, I need the size. I know if I'm going to Olympia, I'm not going to be placing top 6, 10 at all. Maybe I will be placing at the top, at the bottom places, you know what I mean? But I'm realistic about it, Eu quero dizer é que não há muita coisa a dizer, tem que se lutar pelos nossos sonhos e continuar a correr atrás do que a gente idealiza e do que a gente gosta de fazer. Então, seja no que for, seja no culturismo, seja noutra desporto qualquer, seja em qualquer coisa da vida, a gente temos que lutar, porque as coisas não vêm da noite para o dia. Então, há que continuar sempre a lutar. So what I just said is, we gotta keep fighting. The things, they're not coming overnight, so just gotta keep going. Maybe I'm not saying nothing different. It's something that there is already there. But like training, I cannot invent training. Training is there. Sometimes it's good to remind us, like I like when people remind me as well. Even if they're going to remind me about the same thing, it's always good to remind you about the same. You got to keep going hard, you got to work for it, and no matter what, you got to follow your dreams.